You've been repeating a dangerous mistake right before bed for years. They told you a warm cup of tea, some late-night news, a quick phone scroll is harmless. That after 60, just sleeping early keeps you healthy. No one suspected those small familiar habits could trigger a stroke. But the truth is, one seemingly relaxing habit silently narrows your brain's blood vessels, disrupts blood flow, and doubles your stroke risk while you sleep. I'm Dr. Daniel Murakami, a neurologist at UCLA with over 28 years in ERs and stroke recovery. I've seen over 900 stroke cases caused by a habit people thought was safe. I held William's hand, 72 post-stroke, in his sleep as he whispered, "Why me?" I just watched some news before turning off the light. He wasn't alone. Many older adults living healthy, eating well, still collapse in the night. Not because of age, but because their brains endured wrong stimulation at the wrong time without warning. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal 5 nighttime habits that seem harmless, but raise your risk of stroke, memory loss, and permanent brain vessel damage. Give me 3 minutes. You or someone you love might need this before it's too late. Subscribe and hit the bell, because next I'll show the neurological mechanics of these habits and how to reverse the risk tonight. Secret number 1: screens and news. The relaxation crashing your brain's blood vessels. Most people don't know this until permanent brain damage is done. A glowing TV, an open phone screen, a dramatic late-night news segment, you think you're unwinding, but you're triggering a biological chain reaction that slows blood flow to your brain, setting the stage for a silent stroke. Watching negative news or using devices before bed can cause brain vessel spasms. We call this nighttime neurological crash. I treated Linda, 68, a retired teacher from Florida. One March night, her husband woke to her groaning, her left arm twitching. In the hospital, she had a right hemisphere stroke, not from high blood pressure or cholesterol, as many assume, but from a 15-year habit lying in bed TV on watching world news before sleep. I wasn't watching for fun. I just wanted to stay informed like everyone else, she whispered in her first therapy session. But after 60, your brain doesn't process negativity like before. This is an emotional vessel reflex, a neural chain from brain to heart to blood vessels. When you're exposed to stressful content or intense blue light from screens, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in, constricting brain arteries, reducing blood flow. At first you don't notice, but repeated nightly, your brain's blood vessels lose elasticity, blood flow to the cortex slows, and the peak is a stroke while you sleep. I've seen MRI scans where the brain's emotional centers light up after late-night news like you survived a real-life accident. First, you struggle to sleep, heart racing, mind foggy. Then you lose focus during the day, forget names, mix up numbers, snap easily. Finally, frontal lobe cells degrade, impairing blood pressure regulation, pushing you closer to a mini-stroke. Beyond that, nightly artificial stress spikes cortisol, a neurotoxin damaging the hippocampus, your memory hub. That's why after 60, so many forget their grandkids' names, misplace keys, skip meds, not from age, but from bad sleep habits. But your brain isn't broken. It's craving something primal, a quiet night. No blue light, no anxious updates. The first solution: turn off screens 1 hour before bed. Try soft instrumental music, a paper book, or simply let your body rest. It's like guiding your blood back to its natural flow, where every brain cell can breathe again. But there's something worse, a sleep aid food many older adults use that triples your risk of brain blood clots. Next, I'll expose that food and share a safer way to sleep deeply without harming your brain. Keep watching. This could change your brain forever. Secret number 2: sweet drinks and sleep aids. The sleep helpers clogging your brain's vessels. Most older adults believe a little something to ease sleep is fine. A warm glass of sweetened milk, a melatonin pill, or worse, a sip of wine. They don't know this nightly habit silently reduces oxygen to the brain, causing microclots, the first step to a stroke. Sweet milk, wine, or misused sleep supplements after 60 can clog brain microvessels. We call this sweet sleep silent stroke. Gerald, 75. A retired aerospace engineer from San Diego drank warm milk with honey and a 5-milligram melatonin pill every night. My mom taught me milk helps you sleep. I just wanted rest to clear my head, he said. But after a sudden dizzy spell at midnight, he was diagnosed with multiple tiny brain infarcts built up over time. No smoking, no high blood pressure. The cause, nightly blood sugar spikes plus artificial sleep hormones, slowed his breathing, starving his brain of oxygen. His sleep-well routine was a sharp blade slicing his neural blood vessels every night. When you consume sugar milk wine or over-the-counter sleep aids after 63 things happen. Sugar spikes blood glucose, thickening blood-slowing flow in tiny brain capillaries. High-dose melatonin slows breathing reflexes, reducing oxygen intake during sleep. Wine, even a sipping glass, dilates vessels briefly, then triggers rebound constriction, stressing brain vessel walls. The result? Your brain gets micro-oxygen shortages every night. After 2 to 3 years, MRIs show white matter lesions, early signs of dementia, and repeated microstrokes. First you sleep, but wake up tired with morning headaches or forgetfulness. Then your body stops signaling vessel blockages, letting strokes sneak in without warning. Finally, damaged neurons don't recover, causing hand tremors, walking issues, even personality changes. I've seen a wife cry because her husband, after years of good sleep, became irritable, distant, saying odd things. She said he's like a different person. It all started with a nightly glass of sweet milk. But you don't have to sacrifice sleep to save your brain. We've tested replacements: unsweetened chamomile tea, warm water with low-dose magnesium glycinate, or a spoonful of soaked chia seeds before bed, and the result, your brain sleeps and your vessels stay nourished. Picture a clear stream at night, free of sugary sand or heavy wine. Your brain needs a clean flow, not a toxic sweet blanket. But there's something riskier. The way you sit during the day can quadruple your stroke risk. Next, I'll reveal which sitting posture clogs neck veins and how to fix it at home. Stay with me, this could save half your brain. Secret number 3, bad sitting posture. The daily habit strangling your brain's blood flow. No one thinks a simple sitting position on the couch, watching TV, or in the car could cut off blood to your brain. Yet most men over 60 do this for at least 4 hours a day, unaware they're choking their vital arteries. Slouching with your head tilted forward too long clogs vertebral arteries and carotid veins. We call this neck tilt brain drain. I treated Marcus, 66, a retired truck driver from Ohio, 3 years into retirement. All day he sat in a recliner, head tilted down, glued to his iPad or TV. One afternoon, he collapsed watching an old football game. In the ER, doctors found reduced blood flow to his cerebellum, caused by neck vein compression from prolonged bad posture. No smoking, no diabetes, I just sat, he said, voice slurred after waking. But sitting the wrong way is a silent stranglehold on your brain. When you sit with your head tilted forward past 20 degrees for long periods, the vertebral arteries, the main path to your cerebellum and balance system, get pinched between neck vertebrae. At the same time, the internal carotid veins draining used blood back to the heart compress, causing brain blood backup. The consequences: fresh blood doesn't reach the brain. Used blood doesn't drain. Intracranial pressure builds minute by minute. You won't feel pain right away. But after 2 to 3 hours of this daily for years, your brain builds pressure like a balloon pumped backward. One day, it bursts silently without warning. First, you get light dizziness, standing up blurry vision, or afternoon brain fog. Then you struggle with direction, walk slower. lose balance, trip easily. Finally, the cerebellum and brainstem suffer, affecting heart rate, breathing, speech, and consciousness. Some patients I've seen nod off suddenly during the day, yawn constantly, or lose speech temporarily. You might think it's just aging, but it's your brain starving for blood minute by minute. You don't need to ditch your chair or stand all day. Every 45 minutes, stand for 2 minutes, gently rotate your neck 3 times, and raise screens to eye level. Try sitting on a chair without leaning your head back, spine straight, neck squared. You'll feel clearer, more alert. Think of your body as a delicate pipeline. Bend it wrong, and the flow stops. Every drop of blood to your brain is a reminder, I'm still alive, I still have hope. But there's another culprit, a common drug 30 million Americans over 60 take daily, that thins brain vessel walls, doubling or tripling bleeding risk. Next, I'll name that drug and how to talk to your doctor for safer options. Don't look away. Your life might hinge on that tiny pill. Secret, or aspirin and blood thinners, the preventive pill causing brain bleeds. Tens of millions of older Americans take a daily drug believing it thins. Blood prevents strokes. But what they don't know, for some, it weakens brain vessel walls, causing silent bleeds, memory loss, cognitive decline, even death. Low-dose aspirin or misused blood thinners after 60 can raise brain hemorrhage risk. We call this white pill bleed. Joan, 73, from Texas, was vibrant and healthy. She took an 81 ml aspirin every morning on a friend's advice to thin blood, prevent strokes. No heart disease history. Last June, she started getting mild headaches, forgetting names, stumbling over words. In the hospital, an MRI showed multiple small brain bleeds in her left hemisphere, pressing on her speech center. Her husband, Harold, sat quietly in the hospital room, gripping her hand. As I explained, the only cause we found was long-term aspirin without medical need. She didn't have a stroke from clots. She had brain bleeds from a pill meant to protect her. Aspirin, even 81 mg, blocks the COX-1 enzyme, reducing platelet clumping, which helps high-risk heart patients. But for those without severe artery plaque, it thins vessel walls, raising the risk of microbleeds in the brain. After 60, when vessel elasticity fades, aspirin can cause blood to leak from brain capillaries with no clear symptoms. Combined with high-dose omega-3 vitamin E or other NSAIDs, the bleeding risk multiplies. Your brain has no pain sensors, but as blood leaks, it presses on tissue, impairing memory, speech, and navigation. First, you get dull headaches, confusion, forgetting names, missing appointments. Then mood swings, sadness, irritability, disorientation in stores or driving. Finally, small bleeds merge into widespread vessel damage, causing dementia or hemorrhagic stroke. I've seen an 80-year-old husband cry as his wife, once a literature teacher, stopped recognizing him. It all started with an internet tip, no tests to back it. But you have a choice. If you take daily aspirin, ask your doctor, do I really need this? You might stop or switch to safer vessel-protecting options, like nattokinase or citicoline, tailored to you. Think of your brain as a vintage camera lens, delicate, precious, needing precision, not reckless grinding. But there's one final danger. A brain-healthy food nearly every older adult eats weekly that disrupts heart rhythm and triples clot risk if eaten wrong. In the last section, I'll reveal its name and the right way to use it to heal your brain after 60 without stroke risk. Stay with me, this knowledge could save you or someone you love. Secret surprise: fatty fish. The superfood throwing your heart off beat. You've been told, eat more fish, great for your brain, great for your heart. And you followed salmon, tuna, mackerel on your plate every week. But no one warned you, eaten wrong, these fish can disrupt your heart rhythm, scramble neural signals, and triple your stroke risk from atrial fibrillation. Fatty fish high in omega-3, eaten without mercury or dose control, can disrupt heart electricity and cause strokes. We call this omega overload syndrome. Scott, 71, from Maine, lived where fresh salmon was a weekly norm. He believed in healthy eating with 3 to 4 salmon meals a week, plus fish oil capsules every morning. Everyone says fish is brain food. I want my memory sharp till the end, he told his wife. But he started feeling irregular heartbeats, especially at night. After fainting, he was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation and high brain clot risk. Tests showed mercury levels above safe limits and EPA DHA far beyond recommendations, disrupting heart rhythm. The superfood became a biological torpedo in his blood vessels. Salmon, mackerel, tuna are rich in omega-3, EPA, and DHA, great for brain and heart in the right dose. But eaten too often or paired with high-dose fish oil, you face 3 risks. Excess EPA disrupts heart electrical conduction, causing irregular rhythms. Mercury buildup from large fish inflames vessels, destroys brain cells. Over-thinned blood makes brain vessels prone to leaking or bursting. A Harvard study found people consuming over 2 g of omega-3 daily have triple the risk of irregular heartbeats, especially after 65. I've seen EKGs from a patient eating salmon 5 times a week. The heart's electrical path veered far off normal. First you feel heart flutters at night, mild anxiety waking abruptly. Then dizziness, balance issues, faster memory decline. Finally, irregular heartbeats form clots in the atrium, and one clot to the brain can cause a stroke, leaving half your body paralyzed. Not from laziness, not from junk food, but from healthy eating without limits. I've seen a wife cry at her husband's bedside when doctors said he tried so hard to stay healthy, and that effort took him down. You don't need to ditch fish. Eat it twice a week, vary types, and stop fish oil if you're getting enough fresh fish. Choose sardines, cod, or anchovies lower in mercury. Instead of capsules, try ground flaxseed, chia seeds, or walnuts for plant-based ALA, a safer omega-3. Your brain doesn't need excess good stuff. It needs the right dose, timing, and care. Think of it like tending a garden. Don't flood it all at once. Give just enough water daily to keep roots healthy and flowers blooming. If you've made it this far, I know you're not someone who leaves your fate to chance. You don't want to rely on luck to survive past 60. We've uncovered 5 truths most older adults were never taught. Pre-bed habits that wreck brain blood vessels. Sleep aid drinks causing silent brain bleeds. Sitting postures choking brain blood flow. White pills triggering vessel leaks. Brain-healthy fish throwing your heart off rhythm. But you're not broken. It's not too late. You just need a new perspective, clearer, kinder on your brain. Every day, take 15 minutes of quiet before bed, sit correctly, and eat a gentle, omega-balanced snack. That's how you start again. Your brain still yearns to live fully with oxygen flow and calm, and protecting it starts with you today. If this video hit home, leave one word in the comments, alive, to show you're ready to protect your brain. And subscribe to the Senior Channel Hub, because here, I'm not just your doctor, I'm your partner in every pulse of your brain's life.